Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am very good. I watched a great Kansas State women's basketball game on Sunday. The Wildcats advanced to the Sweet 16 for the first time under Coach Jeff Mittie and for the first time in program history since 2002 and just the third time in the entire history of the program. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into the star. We're going to get into how Jeff Mittie and his staff's recruiting paid off and what lies ahead. But I got to say this, boy, do K-Staters need this. First, I got to remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. But today I want to add in, we're having a 50% off sale at GoPowercat right now for the NCAA Tournament. It ends this upcoming week, this week, so make sure you're subscribing. If you've ever thought about it, now is a perfect time to pull the trigger and join a great community of K-State fans that have actually rational conversations about K-State sports. I appreciate it so much. K-State advances 80-79 with an up and down game. It went to overtime and K-State found a way to win it, even though they were trailing late in this game, both in regulation and in overtime. They found a way to tie it up, and then they found a way to win it, and it was impressive. Temira Poindexter, the transfer from Tulsa, had her best game as a Wildcat. She scored 24 points, but those 24 points came on 8 3-pointers. Every point she scored was behind the arc. She went 8 of 15 from 3. She had 6 block shots in this game and also 6 rebounds. She did a little bit of everything. I would be interested to know if anyone in the NCAA tournament has ever had 8 3-pointers and 6 blocks in a game, because those two don't typically go together. One's an outside stat and one's an inside stat, and Poindexter did it all, and K-State needed it. Kentucky was really good, playing on their pseudo home court, their on-campus arena instead of Rupp Arena, but the Wildcats just kept scrapping, and mostly it was Poindexter hitting shot after shot after shot, and she seemed to do that all through the second half and into overtime. She was an absolute star at Tulsa. She's an Oklahoma kid, and she plays at Tulsa for 3 years and leaves there as the 3rd leading scorer in school history. And yet she wanted more. She averaged 21 points a game last year. And being the star and then coming into a program where there's Ayoka Lee and Serena Sundell and other players where you know you're not going to be the star, well, that's a tough thing to do. And she did it because she wanted to be of something bigger than just being the best player on her team. And now, because of her, she gets to take K-State along with her on this wild ride. She was fabulous. She doesn't need to be this way often, but boy, was she that way on Sunday. She was virtually unstoppable, just as the Wildcats of Kentucky tried to take away Lee and Sundell. Sundell was pretty remarkable too, with 19 points and 14 assists. This K-State team's really good. Were they great on Sunday against Kentucky? Honestly, no. But they did it enough. They did enough right to get it done in advance. We'll find out who they play later on Monday. That is a game between USC and Mississippi State. It tips at 9 p.m. It's on the West Coast. USC is the #1 seed in this region, and if K-State plays USC as expected, they will have their hands full. We'll have plenty of coverage at GoPowercat.com about that as the game approaches, as the weekend of games approach for the women's tournament. But in a season when football kind of fell short of expectations, basketball certainly did. And while baseball's off to a good start, the women's basketball program delivers some really good news for K-State. It's a Sweet 16 appearance. We'll see if Ayoka Lee and company, including Temira Poindexter, can get it done in their next step, which is Spokane, Washington. I'm going with Spokane, Washington, up this weekend. We'll have more on it, as I said. And for now, way to go, ladies. They're just keep on rolling. It's impressive.